on a holiday weekend. But before we start, man, I want you to, I'm just gonna just indulge me for 2 seconds, right? So I just wanted to say we got a lot of new people in the room, and I just want to talk about like belts, right? So when you talk about a belt, it's really just a two-inch piece of fleece, right? But it's really what it represents, right? So when you think about the belt, it represents a lot of pain and suffering. It represents family. It represents good times, bad times. It represents skill level, all that. But most importantly, I think you understand that in the sport, when you walk into a room and you see somebody wearing one, you kind of look at it and be like, they paid their dues, and you kind of know what it means, right? So, the hardest belt is, in my opinion, so many people quit at that blue belt level. They just stop. They get there, they just, for whatever reason, it's the longest belt. It just takes time. It takes energy. And in the sport in general, it's very difficult, right? It's just a difficult sport. If you don't do it, you don't get it. It's just hard. And that belt level is always the hardest belt level. So when you get to this belt level, it's kind of like you're on the back nine. You've arrived, and everything becomes more important. You get a target on your back, I should say. So the power, the strength of the program lies across that back wall. But as you move forward, all the good things start to happen, right? But just again, it doesn't necessarily mean this isn't all about skill, right? It's all about being an ambassador for the sport. It's a lot of important stuff because it's all like a big family. So once again, I know it's difficult to get from that belt to this belt, but like I said, I just want to say I want to welcome Joe Coccia because he officially made it to the back nine today. He's a new purple belt at AMA.
Come on.
So I just want you to know this stuff isn't done in a vacuum. There's a lot of conversation that goes on, right? I spoke with Hellwig. We talked back and forth about this stuff. Super important that it's just not given to somebody just because, right? It's more than just skill. There's all kinds of other things that go into it. Like I said, being an ambassador to the sport is probably one of the most important things you can be when you get a new belt. You've been through a lot, man. Marriage, a very a tough job, right? That keeps you busy, and more importantly, injuries. Yeah. And you keep coming back from injury after injury after injury. It's not easy. I know how that feels. So I just want to say I'm super proud to give this to you. You really deserve it, and we all love you, bro. Congratulations. So normally what we do is we give this during the course of the roll, but I felt it was important to get it early on, so get the chance to warm it up today, and we all get a chance to break it in and all that kind of fun stuff, right? Early before class, he said he's feeling a little bit beat up and he doesn't want to roll live, and I don't want this to make you feel like you have to roll live.
Oh, I may now, so.
But once again, super proud of you, and you know what? There's a lot of you guys in here that your days are all coming soon. Just keep it up and keep up the hard work, and it's just a pleasure to be here and to be around you guys every day. It keeps me young. All right, thanks guys, appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Real quick, Joe's gonna go around, just